Hey everybody, Check APro Joe here on the Check APro Radio Show with a good friend of mine in the garage door business. Jolly Goat Garage Doors is the name of his business, Jeff Gablesberg. Welcome back to the program. How are you?
Thanks, Joe. I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you here answering the tough questions that come in from our listeners. I like this one. I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but I want to hear it from you, the garage door expert. Can I paint my new garage door?
Okay. The simple answer is yes, you absolutely can. All garage doors they're all metal these days. A lot of people can assume that they're aluminum, but it's actually a steel product. And they come with a baked on finished paint. So it's always a good idea to leave the original finish on the door because it's going to last longer. You're not going to have to paint it near as often. Kind of like I like to tell homeowners, kind of like the paint on your car, right? Yeah. The original factory paint is always the best way to go, but you can always change it. The key things are, if you want to paint to match, just use a good quality exterior latex house paint. Make sure the surface is clean if you're doing it yourself and not having a professional do it, of course. And absolutely, yeah, you can paint right on. Usually rolling it's the best way. And you can match it, paint to match anything you want to.
I would imagine if you hired a professional painter, and I know this is a bit much, but if they painted each panel separately like they would paint in a body shop, you could probably get a really good paint job.
Probably so.
Yeah.
Probably
yeah.
so. Yeah. We've actually had that happen before. Yeah.
Yeah. But for the do-it-yourselfer, what you're saying is you can roll the paint on yourself as if you would paint a wall, and latex will do.
Absolutely. That's correct. Yeah. Whatever you're using on the rest of the house, good exterior, solid exterior paint. And then just keep in mind, especially if, depending on what color you go with, if you've got a door that's facing the sun a lot, you're going to have to paint it down the road. It's just one of those things. It's a metal product. It's going to get hot. If it's a non-insulated door and it is a darker paint, a black, for example, that paint's not going to last a long, long time like it is, let's say, on your siding or on your brick or on the wood on your home, because the temperature is going to get up there pretty good in the summertime when it gets some direct heat.
Yeah, and where we are in the South, I would say the darker the door, the bigger the problem. Darker colors attract heat, and your garage is going to be a lot warmer or hotter. And also, the garage door doesn't need to have all that heat on it because it is bad for the paint, and it's probably not good for what's inside the garage itself. And so I would recommend going with a lighter color if it matches the home.
Absolutely.
Yeah, garage door paint. It's very interesting. One more question before we go. How many options are there from manufacturers that you work with? So if I want to get a brand new garage door today, roughly how many colors that are coming out of the factory are available to me as a homeowner?
So as a homeowner, regular colors, depending on the actual manufacturer, the ones we work with, we can do anything and everything. The most common factory colors, there's about 6 or 8 of them. They're the most common. Then now we've got wood tone colors we can do, but you always got your standard white, brown, almond, sand tone. And now we're getting into some black is going to be a pretty popular color. Gray is also a popular color nowadays. There's a couple others in between there. But the manufacturer we work with, they actually have a deal worked out with Sherwin-Williams, and we can actually get any Sherwin-Williams color custom painted onto a door at the factory. We don't see that a lot. And honestly, it's really not that expensive to do. It's just a custom request. But so we can really do it any color that a homeowner wants. We've got an option for them.
I like that. There's so many options today. I'm going to go out on a limb and say 20, 30, 40 years ago, there probably weren't that many options.
I remember when I got back into, now this is going to be dating myself a little bit, Joe, when I got back into the door industry back in the mid-90s, early to mid-90s, and white metal doors were most popular, and there was almond, and those were the two colors.
Yeah.
And I was in the business about 2 or 3, maybe 4 years, and all of a sudden they came out with brown as another option. And everybody in the industry was like mind blown. It's like, this is amazing. We have all these options now. So colors have come a long way over the past 20 to 30 years for sure. And really anything is possible. We can pretty much do any color that they can cut, that's anybody can think of.
Yeah. Give my friend Jeff Gablesberg a call over at Jolly Goat Garage Doors. All of his information is located in the show notes of this podcast. Thank you once again, Jeff.
Awesome. Thanks, Joe. Have a good one.